Hey everyone, it's Erica Trochet from EEX3241 and I'm going to be presenting my file folder games. I have day 1 through 5 all here, and my subject area was social studies for 2nd and 3rd graders, and it focused more on the United States with the states, capitals, regions, and landmarks that are all within the country. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Day 1 is bingo, which we all love bingo. These are the instructions right here. I'll zoom in a little bit. The game can be between 2 to 6 people, or it could be one-on-one. I designed it personally for about 2 to 3 people of the game, but either way. So if it's 2 people playing the game, so one of them will be the announcer, and they'll go ahead and choose a state from the baggie, and I already chose one ahead of time, so I chose Delaware. The trick about this is that the board actually doesn't have the name of the state. Right, it's kind of blocked off, as you can tell, with the black lines at the bottom. So this is more like my day 1 lesson plan, where the students are trying to learn how to identify states without the name. So Delaware, I would call Delaware as the announcer. Whoever it is tries to figure it out. I can see that I have Delaware right here, or the other person would have Delaware right here. So I would just mark it. I use coins. I feel like that'd be pretty neat since we're all about the United States right now and whatnot, so you know, the presidents and all that good stuff. So I think it would be a good incentive. So you just cover it. If it's a one-on-one, it could just kind of be like a matching game if you want, where it's just, you know, I look, okay, I have Delaware, where do I see a shape that looks like Delaware, and then, you know, I find it right there and I cover it. So either way it'll work. Obviously, just like regular bingo, whoever gets the first 5 in a row win. But I think this was really good for my day 1 lesson plan because it's practicing state shapes. So you know the name, and now you're practicing trying to find it and identify it within your board. And there are more boards inside, which is right over here, the bigger side. There's up to 6. So yeah, it could be a group game, it'd be pretty fun. And yep, that is my day 1. My day 2 is all about the United States regions. And I'm gonna go ahead and read the instructions here at the top. All right, so it says, which region am I in? All right, pick a state card from the bag. Identify where the state is located on the map. Using the colored stickers, mark the state according to which region it is in, using the correct color for each region. So the colors are right there for each region. So I have the stars inside the bag. That would be some supplies you need. And then the cut up states. I already, once again, chose a state ahead of time. So I chose Hawaii. Well, I didn't choose it, you know, just came out of the bag. But I chose Hawaii. And so Hawaii is in the west region. So the west region is a blue star. So we'll go inside the baggie. I would get my blue star. Get my blue star. I look for it on the map. Obviously I know it's somewhere down here because I kind of put it separately. And so on top of the state, I would put the star, and so that way I know, okay, it's one of the states and it is a blue star, so that means it's part of the west region. So something simple, fun. Once again, they don't have the state names on it, and my biggest thing was I want students to be able to identify the states without names on it, to get in the habit of that in case they need it for newspapers, or just in the future when as they're growing up and situations happen like this, that at least the main, you know, like California, Texas, you know, stuff like that, they should be able to know. So yeah, this is my day 2, regions. Very cool, very fun. Really the only supplies you need is just gold stars, or it could just be any type of sticker that you want to put, you know, a mark on. And then the states, cut up states. All right, on to day 3. Day 3 is all about our landmarks. So instructions very easy and simple. So it is, can you name all my features? That's the name of the activity. And at the bottom it says, place each landmark in its correct region. So the landmarks, I already put them there, but I will go ahead and take them off. That way you guys can see what I'm talking about. So so I'll just take off these 3 for now. So basically what it is, you know, these will be at the bottom. You of course want to add more landmarks, such as NASA, such as the Florida Everglades, you know, stuff like that. Very important to add. That way it could bring more life to the to the activity. But as of right now, this is the main ones that our unit focused on, so this is why I selected these. So students would see these landmarks and would be like, okay, the Golden Gate Bridge, let me see what region that is in. Initially, most of them could think, okay, Golden State Bridge, that'll be California. And then California, okay, what region is that? And then they'd figure out, okay, that's on the West region, or in the West region. So they just stick it onto there. It's Velcro. Stick it on and move on to the next one. This is called Casa Bonita. It's located in Arizona. So I'm not sure if you can see a good picture of it. So located in Arizona, that would be the Southwest. And the Willis Tower, Illinois. So go ahead and put it in the Midwest. So very simple, very I think it's very entertaining, because you're kind of just thinking it's kind of like a whole step process as you're going there. Okay, what state is it in, then what region is it in, and so on and so forth. So it really gets them thinking and starts practicing, you know, if they know their regions and their landmarks, and you know how important it is to realize what part of the country certain things are in. So that is my day 3. I'll give you one last look. Okay, moving on to day 4. Day 4 is about the capitals of the of the states. So I have my instructions in here. I'll basically just kind of give you a briefing of it. So I made my file folder as if kind of like a checkerboard sort of, and just kind of put all the state names on it. I tried to do my best and have them according to like the region, like you saw Washington's over here in California and Oregon. Over here got kind of tricky because there's more smaller states, so they're kind of scattered a little bit, but that was the idea of it. And what it is that there are these capitals inside our baggie right here. Let me show you. And they'll as well are gonna have Velcro. So they'll choose it from the baggie. And okay, so I took out Phoenix. So I'm gonna look around. What's the capital where does Phoenix belong to? I'm sorry. So I'll look around, whatever. Okay, it's top of my head. All right, Arizona. So I'll find Arizona, put it on top of there. All right, same thing over here. Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Okay, found the Harrisburg. Simple as that. Hartford, Connecticut, and so on and so forth. Just as simple as well, but it really does get their mind going. And if the teacher can try and put them in, kind of make like a state, a United States map or something like that, I'm sure that would help them as well. Or if they want to scatter and make it more difficult for them. Capitals are already tricky as is to remember. I know I don't know all 50 capitals, so it's definitely a challenging but I think fun activity for them to do just as beginning and learning these different capitals as they're learning the states and everything else about the United States. So once again, I just kind of did a checkerboard on the file folder and put all the states, and then they will just stick the capitals onto the Velcro. And obviously all these initially would be filled with Velcro, the little Velcro bottoms on each one, and then the papers would, or the smaller papers would have it at the back, have the sticky part on the back. That way you just stick it right on. Okay, all right, moving on to day 5. Day 5 is kind of a mix of everything. It's going to cover the regions, the landmarks, and just everything there really is. So file folder itself doesn't really have a lot except for these pockets. So let me move this out of the way, make it a little easier. Just have these pockets, as you can tell. Let me see, open it for you guys, that way you guys can tell. So it's not something too difficult to make. And I have the instructions right over here. And basically what it's saying is this is a game that should be played with more than 2 people. Activity should be done with more than 2 people. So what it is, I'm sure many of us have heard of it. I have Who Has. So the first person to go will choose an I Have card or a Who Has card from the baggie right here. As you can tell, there's more in there from the baggie, and excuse me, sorry. Get it from the baggie, and then it say I have Kentucky. Who has this and that? So whoever has Kentucky, and I pulled Kentucky out just that way I can have. So let's say number 3, whoever number 3 is, right? Let's say I'm number 1, and I'm basically asking the group, I have Kentucky. Who has the Midwest and whatnot. So hypothetically, if it was backwards and Kentucky would be here, so this person, number 4, would give them Kentucky, and they would put it inside their little pocket. Okay, and so whoever reaches that amount the most, not a certain amount, but whoever has the most in their pocket at the end of the game is obviously the winner. So we can time this. I like the idea of timing it, so it was probably about, I would say, maybe 30 seconds per person. That way the other person can answer or something like that, to kind of get the speed going, because this could go on forever with all these states and whatnot. So that's what it is. One person says, I have something. Now I'm looking for California, and whoever has California would go ahead and give it to that person. So whoever reaches it first and gets rid of it first would be the winner. What I forgot to say was, at the beginning of the game, each player will get 10 cards each to start off. If you want to play with 5, then that'd be completely even. But main point is just to get as many cards as you can. So 10 cards each, and then 10 states each, and then you just basically start handing it around to whoever has it, put it in your pocket. Whoever reaches a certain number first, so whoever reaches 5 first, or whoever, you know, gets the most within a minute, is the winner. So that is my day 5 activity. It's a little bit trickier than the other ones, but I think it's very group oriented and really gets you thinking, because for example, let me finish reading this part, the who has. So I have Kentucky, who has the Midwest state, whose capital is Indianapolis and lies south of Michigan and west of Ohio. So that's kind of a lot to think about, right? It's giving you the regions, it's giving you the capital of Indianapolis, and it's telling you in between which states. So for this also, I forgot to mention as well on the directions I put it, that the students can also reference a map. So they can reference a map in order to, you know, they might not know from the top of their head what state lies between Michigan and west of Ohio. So they're able to reference that. But the whole goal, you know, this is already the end of the week. They should already have an idea of, maybe if they don't know the location exactly, they should know the capital of Indianapolis, or what state. This is the capital of Indianapolis, I'm sorry. So just basically that. So that is my day 5. A little bit trickier, but I think it's a little bit funner. And once again, I have the directions right here. And let me get a little bit closer, that way you can see it. I have one baggie over here filled with the state cut-ups, and the other over here filled with the I have who has cards. All right, so that's my day 5. Let me go back around. My day 4, it's again checkerboard with the capitals of each state. My day 3 is the landmarks, and basically them sticking one thing, one landmark onto its region. My day 2 is separating the regions and being able to identify which states are in which region using these stars. Give you a closer look. Materials right here. Cut up states in the bag. And then my day 1, which is bingo. And materials right here. You obviously need something for them to have a marker on. States are inside the bag, more boards inside the bag, and the instructions are right over here. And those are the boards. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed my my presentation, and good luck. Bye.